Okay, so this is the driver station phone. This is the phone that you connect to your controllers and operate the program with. So I'm just going to go over a little bit of the interface. Up here is the phone name. This is currently the one that I'm using. This is the battery level. And up here where it says user 1 and user 2, this is where you're going to see if your gamepads are connected. So when you press start A or start B on the controller, you'll see a little icon pop up here showing that you're connected. And now I'm going to go into a little bit of the menu. You'll see here restart robot. That's if you need to restart the whole thing. Configure robot. Usually you would do on the robot controller phone. Same thing with program and manage, because the code lives on the robot controller phone. So if you need to do something with that, you're going to that phone. Just a few of the settings. I'll come back to the pairing stuff. You can change the names, the sounds. You won't really need to do anything with this. So the important thing is the phones already should be paired, but if they're not, you're going to go over to pair with robot controller. You might have to turn this off. And you'll see now that there's this phone. So this is the robot controller phone that I have here. So you're going to want to make sure to select that. And when you go back, it should eventually connect up. Oh, and let's just do this. One thing you want to make sure is that your airplane mode is on, but you still have Wi-Fi on. And you don't really have to connect to any network. The idea is that the phones run off of Wi-Fi direct, so... And it's going to pop up a notification on your robot controller phone, and you're just going to accept that. And now you'll see that it's connected. So you'll see this is the network that you're on. This is the signal strength. It shows you the battery value for the robot controller phone. When you are connected to a robot, the robot battery will show up here, but right now nothing's connected. On the left, this left triangle will be autonomous program, so there's this random program here. And on the right is the driver controlled one, so there's some other programs here. And then when you select a program, you obviously select it, and the initialize button will appear. To start it, you're going to press that. And obviously, since the robot isn't running, it's going to give me an error, but normally you would hit play and the program would begin. So yeah, any errors you see will be in this bottom section down here. This one is because that I don't have a robot connected. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to restart the robot, and it's going to reset everything. And now we're back. That's basically it for this interface. When you're doing autonomous, if we're in competition, you want to make sure that the 30-second timer is on, so that the program will automatically stop after the autonomous period is over. Otherwise, if you're just testing something, you can leave it off. Okay, so here we have the robot controller phone. And once again, you'll see that the phone name is at the top. Then we have this, in my case, green bar that shows you the configuration status. So right now I don't have anything set, but we'll get to that in a minute. And then we have some notifications here. We have the network status, the robot status, and what the robot is actually doing. So first I'm going to show you what happens when you connect. So remember, we connect with the driver station phone, and you'll see that a notification should pop up. And here it's asking to connect. We'll connect. And it'll take a sec, and then we are connected now. And you'll see for the network that this has changed. And of course on the driver station, the network name will show up. So now we'll go a little bit into the settings. The only thing that you really would need to do is change the name if something's wrong, but there's nothing major here. If we go here, so again, restart robot if you want to restart the whole system. We have configure robot, and I'll get to that in a sec. And here's the program and manage page. So this is where you find the network for programming. So when you go on your computer, this is the network that you'll look for, and this is the password. And then once again, here is the site. And I'll do another video on the actual interface for the computer, and you'll see how to connect. So now, configuring robot. So you'll go here. Right now I don't have any videos, so you would make sure that you're connected to the robot and the robot is on, and then when you scan it, it will pop up with a bunch of things. So obviously I don't have anything set right now, but when you scan, I'll include a screenshot here that you'll have various motors and servos, and you'll need to track down the pin that it's entered in and figure out, is it the front right motor or the front left motor, and name it something that is meaningful so that we can program with. Whatever you name it here is what we are going to use in the program, so you want to make sure that it's easy to remember, but it's also meaningful. And then that's basically it for the robot controller phone.